You were a not shameful drug addict, though.
Yeah, I was not particularly shameful.
You would just do blow in front of like just anybody?
Dude, there was this one.
I came to the cellar on PCP.
Oh my God, you were there for that?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Dave Attell. Dave Attell's the wrong person to be on PCP. Like, what's happening?
Oh my God.
What's PCP like?
It's a dissociative is what it's called. It doesn't bring out the best in me. Yeah. So there was this cocaine dealer. I mean, he dealed everything. He was in my phone as Andrew Everything. and you know, I would go. I would just go over it. You know, like if he didn't pick up the phone, I would just show up at his place. You know, because I needed drugs. And one time he didn't pick up the phone. I showed up. I walked in. Oh, and I left out the part how he was an intravenous cocaine user. And there's something about an intravenous cocaine use where these people squirt blood all over the place. Like it was squirted like on his walls, on the ceiling, like blood from a syringe. You know, it's just this weird thing.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Right. And this is a really crazy thing that I come into his place, I'm trying to wake him up to sell me drugs, but the fucking guy just won't wake up, you know? And so I'm like, all right, I'll just find some drugs.
You don't think he's dead?
I thought you were like, oh no, I don't want to be like discovering a body. You're like, fuck, where are his drugs?
Right. Yeah. So I go in and there's like the table where he weighs out the drugs, and the table just has crazy residue of cocaine on it. So like it's just a gold mine for scraping up lines just right off the table. The problem was that it had blood squirted all over it too.
So you did blood cocaine?
Steve. Yeah, I scraped up like visibly tainted blood cocaine.
Oh, did you get somebody's blood?
Did you get high and become a vampire all in one night?
Is it a are you not? I guess not concerned, but like, is it like a weird for you? Like, because when you're as famous as you are, and were at that time even, and like how many people saw like the darkest, weirdest side of you? Like, you know what I mean? I've seen celebrities in weird times, like just
you've seen celebrities snorting blood.
No, but I've seen.
That's the darkest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. I watched a baby get cut in half on that gauntlet video.
I was at a hotel.
Did you hear that sound? That was Artie Lang turning the podcast off. He can't take it anymore. He goes, this is too dark for me.
I was crazy. I was crazy young in comedy, and I was staying at the Hudson Hotel, and Bill Nunn, the actor who's passed away now, but like I was playing pool with him one night at the thing, and he was so obliterated. He like fell. He like made like a fool of himself almost, and I had to help him back to his hotel. Do you know what I mean? I just saw this like weak side of him. And that's what I'm wondering. Is there a lot of people who just saw like a weak side of you? Like again, like you scraping residue, and you're like, everyone's got to be like, this guy's a gazillionaire. And he's like scraping up residue from this guy.
And it was tough too. Like I told the story. It was crazy. The guy ended up being sober like me, and we bumped into each other at like one of our sober gatherings. And he said, hey, can I talk to you real quick? He says,
did you owe me for that blood?
The coke's okay, but that blood was expensive, man.
So you know, dude, you kind of owe me a little bit of money for that blood.
He said, hey, man, I remember that story where you snorted my blood. And, like, I have to tell you that I tested positive for HIV.
No. What?
And
that would have snorted AIDS blood? Oh, my God.
Oh, dude, I bet you got so high.
I snorted AIDS blood. But fortunately, like, when the HIV virus is exposed to air, like, it doesn't live very long. So I snorted dead AIDS.
Dead AIDS. Dude, that's the most fucking metal thing.
I feel like that's like one of those like trying to fight homophobia PSAs as you go.
Dude.
Now you can't get it that way. All right, so don't be weird.
Ozzy Osbourne looks like a real pussy for snorting ants now.
Right.
Dude, you snorted dead AIDS.
Yeah, I mean, and I wasn't tripping because at that point when he revealed this to me, like,
AIDS was no longer a death sentence.
Right, and I had